This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
And good evening to you here at 11 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino. The mass shootings in El Paso and Dayton on the minds of many tonight. More than 30 dead and dozens hurt.
Looking to help, lines grew over the weekend as people stepped up to help the wounded by donating blood. Blood donated from just one person can save multiple lives. RTV6's Cameron Riddle shows you that's why the American Red Cross is working so hard tonight to make sure hospitals can save lives when they need to.
The American Red Cross needs your help in the middle of a nationwide blood shortage. The lack of donations has hit Indiana hard, and that's why they're asking Hoosiers to donate now before tragedy happens. Collecting blood donations is a year-round task, and while donations are always welcome, sometimes it may come a little too late.
We have to ensure a consistent blood supply each and every day. It's the blood on the shelves at the time that something terrible happens is the blood that makes the difference, because by the time we collect it, blood collected here today won't ship out for a few days. It has to be distributed, it has to be tested and go through all of those kinds of things before it can even hit the shelves, and that's much too late.
Right now, Indiana's blood supply is at an emergency level, as the Red Cross and area hospitals only have enough blood to last 3 days during a crisis. That's why for the first time ever, the Red Cross is hosting a blood drive at the Indiana State Fair, an easy way for thousands of Hoosiers to give blood. Amy Clegg is one of those people.
I was here at the fair. I was walking by looking for something, and she was like, "Hey, can you donate blood?" I said, "If you can get me in and out, I can." And they were like, "Go." So it happened.
The it that happened is the difference her single blood donation made. The blood she gives today is enough to save 3 lives in a moment of need. Clegg says it's her chance to give back and be almost as cool as her husband, who saves lives every day.
My husband's a firefighter. I can't be cooler than him, but I'm almost as cool. I'm not crazy enough to run into the buildings, but I can help a little bit.
When it comes to saving lives, that little bit can go a long way.
One car accident victim can take up to 100 units of blood, so we just have to make sure that we are out collecting every single day and maximizing all of our blood drives.
Working for you in Indianapolis, Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
And if you would like to give blood to help with Indiana's shortage, the Big Blood Mobile will be at the State Fairgrounds on Friday the 9th, Sunday the 11th, and Sunday the 18th. All donors will receive a $5 Amazon gift card. You can also go online to redcrossblood.org, enter your zip code, and find a blood drive near you all year long. Well, there are still many questions tonight surrounding both deadly massacres.
In Dayton, police say the shooter's motive is still unclear, and in both cases, people are calling for change. ABC's Romina Puga has the latest developments.
Today, 2 cities in mourning. In El Paso, 2 of the injured victims passing away. President Trump visiting the wounded city Wednesday.
You all know of my history with the president as I've defended El Paso. He was very gracious, offered to help in any way he could.
It all started Saturday morning when 21-year-old Patrick Crucius opened fire in a packed Walmart, killing at least 22 and injuring dozens. Authorities believe he was targeting the Mexican community. 7 of the deceased victims, Mexican nationals. And new video from a woman who hid under a table with her 91-year-old mother of that moment when the gunfire stops and they decide to get out.
They're gone?
ABC's David Muir spoke to Octavio Lizarte, who survived the shooting, but his nephew did not.
You can't unsee them now. Close my eyes, I still see them.
Officials today saying the suspect first entered the store without any weapons, then left to arm himself. Crucius now charged with capital murder, but federal authorities say more charges could be coming, including domestic terrorism. And in Dayton, new video showing people running into this bar, trying to escape 24-year-old Connor Betts as he opened fire in the downtown district, killing 9 people, including his sister.
It seems to just defy believability he would shoot his own sister.
As officials still search for a motive, former high school classmates tell ABC News he was formerly suspended from school for writing a hit list of classmates he wanted to kill and sexually assault. The FBI now concerned over copycat extremists and asking the public to report any suspicious activity they may see online or in person. In El Paso, Romina Puga, ABC News.
And for continuing coverage of the aftermath of the El Paso and Dayton shootings, including reaction and new developments, go to the RTV6 app.
Radar is clear now, but Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory has storms in the forecast. He joins us now with that.
And a lot of folks would love some rain between Shelbyville and Greenfield this afternoon and this evening. Some spots 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. What's up for tomorrow? Thunderstorm chances and the humidity will increase. Our temperatures will be down with more cloud cover and showers. The last of the rain areas is just departing Madison County and then faded away as it went toward Newcastle. Temperature in Indianapolis 75. It will be warm tonight, humid. That means our air won't cool off too much. We'll be in around that 70-degree mark. 8 a.m. 73 degrees through noon 84. We'll talk about the timing of thunderstorms. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a few thunderstorms around, a few more by 4. I'll take you through that timeline and what may accompany these storms shortly.
An Indianapolis homeowner must pay $235 in fines after admitting to care and treatment violations related to the death of her dog. But some animal advocates say the punishment does not fit the crime. A warning: you may be disturbed by some of the images we are about to show. Call 6 Investigates first told you about this case last month. Jim Honeycutt says his neighbor's pit bull mix, Flash, died after being chained up outside in the hot sun, and despite several calls to the city for help, the dog's owner, Melinda Ryan, never responded to Call 6. We tried to get her side of the story in court today.
I'm Kara Kenny with WRTV Channel 6. We'd just like to talk to you about what happened with Flash. Why did you leave him outside? Can you talk to us?
Thank you.
We're in a public area. We just want to get your side of the story. Can you tell us what happened?
No, we've been said. Nothing's going to be said. You guys can go on.
Under an agreement Ryan signed today, she can still keep her other dogs. We reached out to Friends of Indianapolis Dogs Outside. The group believes the city's penalties for an initial violation are too lenient. The minimum is $25.
New at 11, a sight you don't see very often. Hundreds of people lining up to get into a local government meeting. It happened tonight in Muncie as the city council discussed a controversial plan to build a zinc production plant in the city. Wales Sustainable Products is expected to be in operation by the end of next year in the former Borg Warner site along Kilgore Avenue. Many people are worried that pollution and mercury emissions from the plant could be hazardous to their health.
I'm normally not this vocal. I can't have it. For the sake of the future of this community, we can't have it. It's not worth it.
I think this would be detrimental for people thinking about moving to this community, and with the university students so close, I just feel like this is a huge issue that impacts a lot of people within the city of Muncie and also statewide as those kids travel here from other cities.
The Indiana Department of Environmental Management is reviewing the permit application to build the facility. The department is considering things like how much pollution will be released and how it will be regulated. Wales Sustainable Products declined an on-camera interview, but did release a statement saying, quote, the facility will operate in compliance with environmental laws and in accordance with air regulations and its final air permit, all of which ensures an operation that protects human health and the environment, end quote.
New at 11, Indigo's new rapid transit route does not open until next month, but it's already causing confusion. An RTV6 photographer spotted this today, a car parked in a red line bus lane. Remember, lanes painted solid red are for the buses only. Those are primarily on College, Meridian, and Capitol. For other changes you need to be aware of before the red line opens in September, go to the RTV6 app. To clean up Indianapolis' streets literally is expanding. The city announced a new street sweeping initiative in November. Mayor Joe Hogsett says routes now include every major road in the downtown Miles Square, other busy roads across Marion County, and bike lanes and greenway trails.
As more residents choose other forms of travel, we as a city must work to make their travel safe and clean.
Street sweeping routes and schedules can be found at indy.gov/sweep.
An Indianapolis man cannot sleep in his own bed tonight after getting a rude awakening early this morning.
I was in the bed about 1:30 this morning, sleep, and all of a sudden I hear this big boom noise, sound like a train was coming down the street or whatever, and couldn't find out it was a truck. that ran through my house.
Police say that truck ran into James Jefferson's home and another house on Patricia Street near 30th and Georgetown Road on the west side. The truck ran into his bedroom as he slept. And even though his home is heavily damaged, Jefferson says he feels lucky.
This here, we don't care about this. I don't care about this. I can always get another house somewhere, but I can't get another son to be a father to if I'm dead and gone.
Indianapolis Public Schools tells RTV6 the truck was stolen from the district's maintenance division lot at Northwest Middle School. Medics took 4 people to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the person driving the truck ran from the scene.
The circumstances surrounding a deadly double shooting on the west side are still unclear at this hour. Metro Police were called to Lafayette Road near Tibbs Avenue just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Officers found a man and woman with gunshot wounds. They later died at the hospital. We will continue to update you as we learn new info.
Police want to know if you recognize a woman accused of leaving a suspicious package at a church. Zionsville police released these surveillance images of the woman. Investigators were called to the Zionsville Presbyterian Church yesterday afternoon after the woman left a box containing a jar, liquid, and a cell phone on top of a refrigerator. Members of the church thought she was acting suspicious. If you have any information, call police at this number, 317-873-5967.
Rebuff is taking a battle with the Archdiocese of Indianapolis all the way to Rome. Earlier this year, the Archdiocese announced it would no longer recognize the school as Catholic due to its refusal to fire a teacher in a same-sex marriage. After that announcement, Jesuit representatives said it would take the case to the Vatican if necessary. Rebuff has asked the Congregation for Catholic Education in Rome to address and overrule the decision.
A robber on the run, considered armed and dangerous. Police are asking for your help in identifying him.
And training for real-world careers while earning their diploma. Students are contributing to their high school while getting hands-on experience in one of the most in-demand industries. You're watching RTV6 News at 11.
At Zaxby's. This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
A warning tonight from police. They consider this man armed and dangerous. He is accused of robbing the Center Bank on Executive Drive in Lafayette just after noon today. Investigators say he showed a gun. No one was hurt. If you have information that could help police find the suspect, call 765-807-1200. And Muncie police are also asking for your help identifying suspects caught on camera. They are accused in 2 attempted robberies that happened overnight. In one picture, you can see one suspect's face clearly. If you have information in this case, call 765-747-4867.
From the classroom to construction sites to the police academy, Hiring Hoosiers is connecting you to career opportunities, education, training, and more. We start in Kokomo, where the police department is recruiting new officers. The selection process includes a physical, a written exam, background check, a polygraph test, and an interview. The deadline to apply is September 9th. Now to Mooresville High School, where in addition to reading, writing, and arithmetic, students are learning about engineering, excavating, and HVAC. Kids in the building trades program don't just learn about those industries, they get hands-on experience. Students installed lockers for athletic teams and played a big role in updating a training room facility.
For me, I really had no idea what I wanted to do when I graduated, and this class kind of helps you with learning about different jobs you can do.
Construction-related jobs are among the highest in demand across Indiana. Indianapolis Public Schools also offer several classroom to career options. Ramses Camargo gained experience in the automotive service technology program at Arsenal Tech. While working on cars in school, he earned several certifications, saving hundreds of dollars. Now he works in the auto industry.
Going through the program at Arsenal Tech has been one of the best experiences so far because of the things that I've learned with them has helped me a lot with the job that I'm at right now, knowing how to do brakes, how to do everything.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Indiana, learn about a program where students can gain experience and get paid. And for more information about any job programs or opportunities that you see on RTV6, just go to hiringhoosiers.com.
Later this month, a historical marker will be dedicated to a Central Indiana teen whose legacy is still going strong decades after his death. The marker honoring Ryan White will be on the grounds of Hamilton Heights Middle School in Hamilton County. White contracted AIDS from a blood transfusion in 1984. People at Hamilton Heights High School, which is now the middle school, welcomed him in 1987 after he faced discrimination at a school in Howard County. White died in 1990. Since then, his mother has been a spokesperson for AIDS education. The dedication ceremony on August 30th is open to the public, but you must register. You can do so by going to the RTV6 app and clicking on this story.
Oh, this week we are celebrating our own Kevin Gregory as he marks a big milestone.
Wednesday will be Kevin's 30th anniversary on the air at RTV6.
So Amanda and I are honored to be among the anchors that Kevin has worked alongside over the years. Erica Fly worked with Kevin for nearly 20 years. She describes him as a great coworker and an even better person.
He is just genuinely a good person, and not only a good father and husband and son, he's also a good friend. He never met a stranger. He becomes friends with everybody that he meets. He'll strike up a conversation with anyone, and then you're instantly his friend. And when I say you're his friend, I mean you're his friend. Like, he'll call you and he'll text you out of the blue, and you're like, this Kevin Gregory that I just met the other day, he cares about you and he cares about your life. So everyone is his friend, and he's just a super person.
And I can vouch for that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I've gotten a random phone call from Kevin of, I just passed your house.
So they're on the other end going, is he ever going to stop talking?
I love it.
Right,
One of the joys over 30 years is everybody that I've worked with.
Right.
And so, you know, when it's over at some point, I won't be talking about, oh yeah, I nailed the barometric pressure on that storm. It'll be stories and people.
Yeah.
You got it. But I'm glad it says 30 years and counting. That means there's more to
And counting.
There
Right.
you go. Temperature 75 in Indy. If we're counting, we're going backwards here for the rest of the night. Temperatures will be in the lower 70s. I'm sure you noticed it right away during the day today. The humidity was up. Humidity will climb tomorrow, but the clouds and thunderstorm timing will keep our temperature in the mid-80s. We hit 89 today, 85 and dry Wednesday. Back to some thunderstorms as we get to Thursday, at least the chance for thunderstorms, but really the best chance will come tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. More than likely, we should all see at least some rain. There's a marginal or low risk for severe storms. The main threat would be strong wind with some of the heavier downpours and that air rushing to the ground. All of Indiana basically with this marginal or low risk for the wind damage threat. Let's talk about your Tuesday hourly forecast. We're dry in the morning hours. As we get to the afternoon, start to heat things up, then we reach the point where the boiling point, so to speak, where thunderstorms will start to fire out ahead of a cold front. 2 to about 9 o'clock tomorrow night, prime time for these showers and thunderstorms. You'll see it's not a solid area. At 1 o'clock, kind of isolated. By the time we get to 4, they're scattered, but all across central Indiana. There's a little more of a focus. 7 o'clock, we've got a leading line, Muncie, southeast of Indianapolis to Bloomington, and an additional area of showers and thunderstorms that drops through between 9 and 11. That's our big chance for the week. Wednesday, we dry it out, we cool it off a little bit. Northwest wind will keep our humidity down. We're in the mid-80s for an afternoon high temperature. Then we're back to a chance for some thunderstorms Thursday and Friday. Then we emerge into a weekend where temperatures will be in the low to mid-80s. Another nice weekend to head to the Indiana State Fair. 7-day forecast again. Plan on thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. Leave the house in the morning with your umbrella. Chance for thunderstorms 30% Thursday. Saturday and Sunday, 2 good days over the weekend. Lows will be back in the lower 60s and highs no warmer than about 85 on Sunday.
Sounds good to me. Make those plans for the weekend. Right.
Well, Brad standing by with sports. Hey, Brad.
Thanks, team. Another day in the books at Colts training camp. We will get to that. Plus, we're going to check in with Purdue. The Boilermakers up at West Lafayette, but up in Westfield today, the Colts were holding First Responders Day. And a lot of the players signing autographs for firefighters, police officers, EMTs from all over the area. Great event there. This Colts camp will continue tomorrow afternoon with another practice at 2 p.m. We're back with a closer look at the Boilermakers next on the news at 11.
Only Block 1, Flonase.
And a good Monday evening, everyone. Thanks for staying up with us here tonight. Purdue football begins its third season under Jeff Brom later this month. It didn't always look like that would be the case. After a strong overture from his alma mater at Louisville last winter, Brom is back. He's got a new 7-year contract as well, but that's only part of the story as Purdue settles into training camp. They are growing from the ground up. Dave First with the Sports Extra Spotlight.
It's harvest time for Purdue football. Inside the fence or just outside. A full garden almost ripe for the picking.
There's a story behind the garden outside the fence here.
Well,
are you familiar with that?
Well, I'm familiar now. Do I know the exact story? I do not.
Turns out it's planted by Purdue's sports nutritionists. Cilantro, basil, lettuce, tomatoes, peppers, onions, cucumbers, you name it.
I'm all up for a garden. That's normally your freshest vegetables you have.
Is it cutting down on expenses for the football program?
Well, it does save a little bit. You know, coupons help and having a garden help. So we're not afraid to use that.
There's no doubt there's growth for this program with talent at every turn. Some new, some have been around a while.
It's fun to be in this kind of position as a quarterback because I can just relax because we have so many different playmakers, so many guys that can make people miss.
Not to mention the coach whose commitment to Purdue, let's face it, is as plain as day.
I think it's important that, you know, your coaches, players, and recruits trust you and feel confident that, you know, you're going to do what you say you're going to do, and that doesn't happen a lot.
So accountability runs from top to bottom. Just read the shirt assistant Sean Pugh designed.
He wants to make sure things stay salty, and which means stay fresh, and that you know, when that wears off, there's normally not improvement and things aren't growing.
Maybe the linebackers hit a little harder, the ball moves a little quicker, and the music a little louder.
Who chooses the music for individual drill?
Actually, I do not, but we have a couple people assigned to that, and we want to just keep it clean.
So as camp rolls on, Brom is the first to get in the middle of it all. A little spice on the field, and just off it.
I see them out there quite a bit, so they work hard at it.
It looks serious out there.
No, I think that they are serious with it, you know, and it's fun to eat some fresh vegetables.
And it's fun to win, as the harvest is just beginning in West Lafayette. Dave First, RTV6 Sports.
Wide receivers Rondale Moore and David Bell are nursing hamstring injuries right now. They're expected to fully resume practice in the next week or so. Purdue opens the regular season on the road at Nevada on Friday night, August 30th. Finally tonight, the Borg-Warner Trophy is overseas again. Indy 500 champ Simon Pagenaud unveiling his trophy face in Paris this evening. The first trip to France for the famous trophy. Pagenaud also waved the checkered flag at the F1 race in Hungary on Sunday. A great trip over there. Just a great opportunity for everyone involved. IndyCar's next race is a week from Sunday at Pocono. We'll be back to finish off tonight's news at 11 next.
Planning now begins for Gen Con 2020. Organizers had a lot of work to do to top this year's event, which set an attendance record. The 4-day convention in downtown Indianapolis wrapped up yesterday. The president of Gen Con says nearly 70,000 people attended. The event has more than doubled since moving to Indianapolis in 2003. Next year's Gen Con is set for July 30th through August 2nd.
Mark it on your calendar.
That's right.
Just provide more space and more people will show up.
They will come,
yeah.
Yes.
Well, so we had great weather for all the out-of-town guests. Temperatures tomorrow, a little cooler. There's your chance for thunderstorms spiking as we get 4 to about 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. Let's hope for some rain. If that's what you need at your house, we could certainly use it. Then our rain chances diminish the rest of the week.
So guys, we have 1 year to plan our costumes for Gen Con next year.
So better get on it, right?
It may take longer than that for me to execute the plan.
You can do it.
Getting really creative here.
Thanks for joining us for RTV6 News at 11. We appreciate it.
GMI starts at 4:30 a.m. Good night.